Alright guys, it's sparking time, and today I'm going to be doing a top 5. I'm going to be doing a top 5 video on my top 5 tips of the game. These are just general tips. I don't think they're going to be like anything crazy, like, you know, mind-bending tips, but I feel like they're tips that are going to help you out, and I hope that it just helps you out in the game. I'm not a serious PvP player, but some of the battle tips are probably going to be so take it as you will. Go easy on me on there. And yeah, but I do feel that at least two of these tips here, specifically the Zeni one, easy Zeni, Shenrons, Dragon Balls, items, all this other stuff. I'm gonna top 5 tips. So go check it out, and let me know down in the comments what you feel about these tips. Did any of them help you out? And let other people know any of your own tips as well while you're watching, and if you think of any other tips, throw them down in the comments so people can discover new tips and help out players as they play through Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Thank you for watching. And here's our first tip. Alright, so for this tip, we are going to be getting as much Zeni as possible in the game currently. This may or may not actually be patched in the future, so I apologize if you're watching this in the future, like years down the line and they've already patched this. I apologize, or maybe there's a better method. But as of right now, at the time of recording, if you go over to Goku's story episode battle, and specifically go over to the Namek Saga, go to Super Saiyan Goku Awakens, and then lower the difficulty, because this doesn't affect how much Zeni you're gonna get. Lower the difficulty. Now, you'll notice that I just clicked to change it, and it says battle difficulty has returned to default. It's because I've been grinding it. But if you just hit L2 or the left trigger, basically, on whatever your controller is, it'll lower the difficulty, and it says battle difficulty has been lowered. Now, you won't be able to get secondary conditions, but that's irrelevant, because the only main reason that you're doing this is that you're doing it for the Z Goku Mid outfit number 3. So basically what happens is when you finish this stage, it'll convert the item into Zeni. So it's better just to show you.
Here goes.
Now, no, it doesn't change the converted amount based on your difficulty or anything. No. It's just that it has a solid converted amount for the item because you already own the item. So we're going to just go into this fight here. We're going to try and beat Frieza as quickly as possible. Quickly as possible here.
Do you want to finish this, or are you just going to keep talking?
I'm probably going super slow because I suck at this game right now. I've only beat the actual Goku episode once, or the whole set of episodes in general. I've completed the story very carefully. But yeah, you just gotta beat Goku or Frieza here. It's not gonna be too difficult. I've already got his health down by half. It's actually he's actually fighting me a lot harder than previous fights, so this is kind of funny right now. This is kind of funny. He's actually a little bit like actually trying right now. I rarely get into these impacts with him.
Wait! Don't make that wish. Ask the
It's just really crazy. This is the second time. Holy crap. Okay. Hopefully this will kill, and you'll be able to see it pop up in the top right-hand corner of the screen.
I'm serious, King Kai.
Fortunately, I can't pause the game or anything. I'll try to take a screenshot specifically so I can show it. Here we go. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. There we go. There we go. Ready for a screen grab. There we go. Okay. So as you can see, we did get you already have this item was converted to Zeni for 300,000 Zeni. So basically, if you just do this a bajillion times, like just do it as many times as you need to for Zeni. I'm not entirely sure how much you would need to get everything in the game, mind you. But I would say you don't need a crap ton. 300 Zeni is actually quite a bit. 300k is
How goes it?
crazy amount. If we just go over to the shop at the Kame house, I'll show you what I mean. And I've already bought a large portion of the items, so hopefully there's some left.
Wanna blow off some
But you'll
steam
notice
with a
here, like
little
these
shopping?
items right here, you know, you got your level 2s and level 1s. They go up in price pretty quickly. So you only got 15k, 45k, then
I always take
150k
my
as soon as you get
time
the
when I go
gold.
on a shopping
Now the
spree,
gold
too.
and the rainbows actually do cost the same. They're both typically 150 or even cheaper. This one's only 15k. It just depends on the levels, because you can see that these are level 1-star
I get it.
items.
You just want it
I'm
all,
trying to see.
don't
This is a
you?
3-star item right here. So this 3-star gold item is 150k right there. So just keep that in mind.
I get it.
That
You
these
just
do
want it
cost quite a
all,
bit, but
don't you?
150k, that's not a lot, because you got 300k from the last one, from what we just did there.
I always
So you
take
can
my
buy
time when
2
I
of
go on a
these
shopping
just from
spree,
doing
too.
one of those. Once again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but
Take
you know, when
all
you look
the
at
time
these,
you
like
need.
300k, that could buy you Ultra Instinct Goku. It could buy you Majin Vegeta, and then it could buy you Nail right here, and that'd be
I get
almost
it.
all of
You just want
300k.
it all,
Or you could just
don't
buy Super
you?
Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then Ultra Instinct Goku, and that's 240, and you still have 60k left over, where you could get
I get
Nail,
it.
you
You
could get
just
Pan,
want
you
it
could
all,
get
don't
Kiwi.
you?
Some of these cheaper ones you could definitely get. Just do keep in mind, though, everything in here, except for I think except for the movie stuff, almost every single one of these characters can potentially be unlocked through the episode battle. So the best way for your bang for your buck, as far as Zeni goes, is to just complete the episode battles first, unlock as much as possible for free, and through normal gameplay,
You were never
and
one to
then
sit still.
go ahead and use up the Zeni. I do highly suggest grinding up
Let's take a
this
peek,
episode
shall we,
a
Lord
lot.
Varys?
I do mean a lot. I would highly suggest you grind up quite a bit right away, as I don't know if this will be patched, because the day that it is patched is the day where you're not going to have an easy time getting Zeni. So, but let's move on to my next suggestion of what to get for your for Zeni. All right, for this next tip, it'll actually be a double one. So if the previous tip didn't work for you on Zeni, you could do this for Zeni. It's still a very slow trek, but basically witness what I'm about to do right here. Let's witness what I'm about to do here. So basically what's happening here is that we are immediately KOing out of bounsing a enemy in one player versus CPU battle. That's what you just witnessed right there. As you can see, we have one, we got 1,000 Zeni, we got some player experience, and then we can just hit retry. And you can just keep doing this forever. Now, I mind you, this is like really tedious. Like, this is super tedious. But as you can see, it's pretty much fail-safe, like the bam, 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 immediately, and just go straight through and straight into it. There is a small chance that you can get Dragon Balls from this. Typically, from what I have noticed is that it is primarily Shenron's Dragon Balls that you can get from this specifically. Purunga can pop out. I will say that. Purunga can definitely pop out, but it's very unlikely for it to actually drop. Purunga is a very rare chance to drop, whereas Shenron... Oh, never mind. There's Purunga right there. So there you go, is on that. So let's go back to the menu and go through this just step by step to show you what I do. So basically, you go into battle training mode in the main menu. You hit battle, go to offline mode, player 1 versus
I'm
CPU.
gonna give this one my best shot.
And you let it do its thing. You're gonna be presented with this menu. You're gonna hit L1 on your triggers or top left corner and go into rule settings. You'll go down to out of bounds and turn it on. Go back to stage. Just pick the world tournament stage. It doesn't matter if it's crowd or not crowd. I choose not crowd because I don't want to destroy the audience. Because, yeah. It's a game, but I still feel. So basically, this works for me with Master Roshi. I have seen people use Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue, and using Stardust Breaker. I believe as long as you can activate your super attack right off the get-go, I don't see a problem of you doing this. So basically, let me show you what items I have equipped, because I do have items equipped to my Master Roshi that make this easier. So as you can see right here, I have the Rising Fighting Spirit item, which starts my key gauge all the way at full at the start of battle. Everything else doesn't matter. These are just my normal equips for items as far as anything else is concerned. But that right there, that item right there, the Rising Fighting Spirit item, is key to making this stupidly easy to do. This is also a very good way to get your proficiency bonus up. Now, I mind you, proficiencies don't do anything. You don't get anything for proficiency. It unlocks titles and icons for your player card, and it's basically just a showboating thing. But basically, for every character you have in here, you'll get proficiency every time a unit is used. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, let's just go hop in and just show you once again how this this easy Dragon Ball grind and kind of Zeni and experience grind. Now, I will mind you that this is it's pretty much failsafe, as you can see. I've been doing this for a couple of minutes now. This doesn't get you a lot of experience. It doesn't get you a lot of experience. As you can see, I'm still level 19. The gauge goes up very slowly. You could not receive the following items because you already possess the maximum amount of Dragon Ball Shenron. So that is something also to keep in mind, is that when you're doing these, if you have not used a Shenron and you collect a Dragon Ball that drops, you will not get an excess amount. I know that during the first couple days of the game being released, that the Dragon Balls would just kind of stack on top of each other. That was a glitch because players that pre-ordered the game would get a free Shenron summon. This is not the case anymore. So now that you can only grab these Dragon Balls one time, this just gets rid of the item. So I just lost that Dragon Ball item for doing this. But it was mostly to show you exactly what happens when you do that. So just keep that in mind when you're doing this this method to grind out Dragon Ball and to grind out Zeni as well.
Gohan's here too.
So my next tip is going to be tips for using the Dragon Balls. So as you can see, I have all 3 possible dragons to summon right now. Shenron is the easiest to obtain. Shenron is very easy to obtain by comparison to Porunga and the Super Dragon Balls. I only have this set of Super Dragon Balls because I finished the Goku episode story mode, basically. Once you finish that and go all the way to Tournament of Power, you get a free set of Super Shenron Dragon Balls. I do not know if these actually drop otherwise. I really have no idea if they do. So I apologize if they do not drop, because I honestly have no clue whether or not they do actually drop. My assumption is that they do drop, but they are very, very rare. But I'm going to summon each one of these dragons and show you what I would suggest grabbing with them. Now, with Shenron has some very basic wishes. You don't get a lot of items, you don't get a lot of Zeni, and you only get 1 wish. So it's not the updated version of Shenron, it's the old version of Shenron. So you'll notice here on these 2 right here, look, I want more titles and I want new outfits. These actually pop up options. These pop up options when you see the little arrows on the inside right there. So more titles, you can get King, Delightful Lover, King of the World. For I Want New Outfits, you can get the Yamcha outfit, a Yamcha outfit, Super Goku Super outfit, and Vegeta Super outfit. You can raise your player level, you can get more Zeni, and I want to complete an episode. So what this right here does is it gives you a dragon orb that you can use in the episode battles to make them easier and basically complete the requirements to automatically unlock any special requirements regardless of if you have finished it or not. So it's very nice to have this for players that are actually having difficulty with the game itself. And I would highly suggest you stack up on these if you're having issues with the story mode and just playing right now. If you just want to unlock everything and move about it, then this is what I would suggest you do with your grabbing the Shenron Dragon Balls. Otherwise, I would suggest just kind of going for one of the outfits, because as far as I can tell, these are not necessarily available. So you have Yamcha outfit, Super Goku outfit. We're gonna stop. You don't have to. If you summon Shenron, you can take it back. You can take it back real quick. You don't have to commit to it. You can just take a look. So just keep that in mind when you're going to look over there. Let's go over to the shop customize, and let's see if we can find this Goku and Vegeta item. You know, maybe you can buy them right now. So right now, let's see here. As far as Super Goku and Vegeta, they are not in the shop. I will say, let's see. Oh, those are characters. Okay, so here we are. So Goku Super outfit. As you can see, we do not have a Goku Super outfit number 1. It doesn't say number 1. So I'm not sure if it's an extra one, because there's several different outfits of Goku Super. Because we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and but yeah. They don't show the number 1 for these outfits typically. They're usually number 2s or 3s. So my assumption is that if you grab those, you'll get something else. So this says like the Yamcha outfit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy this Yamcha outfit right here, because it's the last one you can grab. And if we go back to Shenron, we can see if you can actually, if it will still offer the Yamcha one. Let's go take a look at that. You cannot skip the summon animation for Shenron. You have to go through the whole animation, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go over to I Want New Outfits. And as you can see, Yamcha has disappeared. So these do just give you outfits that you can already get in the game. So there's no reason to get those. As far as the titles go, these ones you might be able to get in a different way. But I think the only real worth of getting anything out of here is just to complete I want to complete an episode, or to get I want more Zeni, or I want to raise my player level. Now I know for a fact I don't need Zeni anymore. I need to raise my player level, or I need these episode. I'm gonna grab these episode battles because I'm a coward. I'm a freaking coward. I want this Dragon Orb. I have had difficulties with some of these fights because you have to either defeat the opponent too quickly or too slowly, and it just makes it very painful to go through some of those fights, and they're not worth the struggle. So I'll grab the Dragon Orb. I'm fine with that. Let's go with Purunga. Bless you.
What do you usually spend your time doing, Dende?
Let's go with Purunga and see what we can get from Purunga here. If Purunga will come out. There we go. Now, with Purunga, Purunga gives you 3 wishes. Now, 3 wishes is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. 3 wishes is pretty intense. And, I mean, that's a good reason. That's a very good reason for them to be making it harder to get the Purunga Dragon Balls. So you can get I Want More Zeni, you can raise your power level, but now you can get more titles and you can get more ability items. Now, you'll notice that there's no other menu for getting the Dragon Orbs. That's why I'm saying you should just get the Dragon Orbs with the Shenron, because Shenron's Dragon Balls are easy to get, and it's the only, so far from what I can tell, it's the only way to get it. As far as the ability items, you can get Super Transformation, Water's Blessing, Guard Master, and Broly's Ring. I have no idea, as of right now, what any of these do. I really do not know. And I mean, honestly, in fact, I think I'm going to try and find out real quick. Hold on. Alright, so from some testing, I have found out that Broly's Ring actually prevents transformations and fusions during battle. Now, I don't know if this is just like character specific, like it makes it not possible for your character to do them, like it's a handicap thing, you know, or if it affects your opponent. I don't know on that one, but you take that as you will, and maybe you want to unlock that. For the water's blessings, it actually gradually recovers your health and ki while you're in water. So on like the island stage, if you're in the water, your health and ki are actually going up. This could be a heck of a crazy PvP item. People need to understand that PvP, you are allowed to use items. So this is kind of broken. So the water's blessing, that is something to keep in mind. You know, water's blessing gradually restoring ki and health is pretty busted. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty busted. Give me a second. I'm gonna try and go see what super transformation does and what guard master does. Okay, so I found out that super transformation actually reduces the skill count needed for fusions and transformations by 1 skill point specifically. So that's pretty cool. I will say that is pretty freaking cool. That so you know, super transformation. So it basically means like if you wanted to transform into Super Saiyan 2 Goku, it would require 2 skill counters. You know, from Z and Z Goku. So that would mean it only costs 1. Now it doesn't mean that this will it'll make it so you only it's free. It doesn't lower it to free. It doesn't lower it to free. It just lowers it down to 1 specifically. It'll always cost at least 1. But that is interesting to know, especially with fusions, because with fusions, you can transform immediately into a fusion state. So if you say transform into Gotenks at Super Saiyan 3, it'll cost you 4 or 5 skill points. So, I mean, reducing that down to like 3 or 4, that's pretty clutch, actually. That can be pretty clutch, especially for those people that like to use Gogeta as a surprise kind of thing. Now, as far as Guard Master goes, Guard Master grants immunity to guard clashes. I would say this is the least valuable thing that Purunga could give you. I would say it's 100% the least valuable thing, just because guard clashes don't happen very often, and I don't know if I would say it'd be worth the slot. It does give you an upper hand in battle, I will say that, but the thing is that it grants immunity to it. It just means it doesn't happen. So it doesn't mean you would have auto-won it. It just means you don't go entering into it. Which in my brain means that it cancels out the effect of it, like the implementation of the clash happening, which means it would just kind of cancel out or hit you guys backwards, which I just feel like is not worth it. So my suggestion would probably be to be grabbing Water's Blessing and Super Transformation first and foremost. Those would be the top 2 choices. And then probably a title if you so chose. This one has World Domination, Fancy Necklace, and Money Bags. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grab Water's Blessing, because I feel like that's very good. And let's see here. Let's see if something else pops. I'm curious, actually. No, nothing else pops. And I'm gonna grab Super Transformation. I'm not gonna grab the other 2 just yet. I actually want to raise my power level. I'm gonna raise my player level. Let's see how much it raises my player level. Quite a bit. I did reach level 20, but it wasn't like super far from the looks of it. It looks like I only went up a little bit. But now we're going to summon Super Shenron. So Super Shenron should be interesting. I do believe he gives you a crap ton of Zeni, a crap ton of everything, basically. But the thing you gotta understand is, like, he does unlock 2 characters specifically through him. There's 2 characters you can unlock with Super Shenron, one of those being Goku Black, and I believe the other one being Fusion Zamasu. And as far as I'm aware, it's not the only way to get the characters, but it is the easiest way. Now, I have gone through the entirety of the Goku episode, and I did not unlock Fusion Zamasu. So, unless you go through the Goku Black episode and you can unlock him that way, that would be the only other way I could think of. Otherwise, it's just I want more outfits, which is just another Goku outfit or Vegeta Super outfit. That's pretty unfortunate. But this one also does have more titles. Grant my wish of immortality and eternal youth. Give me the world's best ice cream. Make me immortal or giant-sized. I was honestly kind of hoping for an oolong panties one, but, you know, whatever. They're probably not brave enough for that. They do have fancy titles, money bags, world domination, fancy next. So that's the same ones that Purunga can give you. So there's no reason to grab these titles specifically. And they got King of the World, Delightful Lover, Get Out of Here. That's my only wish. So that one looks exclusive to here. But otherwise, it doesn't, I don't think the titles are really worth it. Unless you have nothing else to, you know, grab. Which, it could happen. As far as the ability items go, it's the same thing as Purunga, Broly's Ring, or Guard Master, which I don't see any purpose or reason for grabbing those when you can grab them with Purunga. And then that just honestly leaves you with, I want more characters, I want more Zeni, I want new outfits, or I want more race power level. So as far as the wish for the Super Shenron, I would honestly suggest I want more Zeni, because I do know for a fact that it does give you 3 million Zeni. It gives you a lot of Zeni. I think as of right now, it would be wiser just to grind up that Planet Namek Saga stage for the Zeni instead of wasting it on Super Shenron. Let me triple check that. Let me triple check to see how much Zeni you get for completing that one. So Super Shenron will give you 1 million Zeni. I apologize. 1 million Zeni is how much Zeni you can get. From there, you can unlock Goku Black and Fusion Zamasu through the story, although it doesn't tell it. I can't figure out exactly how to get Fusion Zamasu unlocked as of right now. But basically, everything in here you can just unlock through normal gameplay. The titles are evidently unique to Super Shenron. I will say that. The ones that Super Shenron offers, like Giant Size, Make Me Immortal, Give Me the Best Ice Cream in the World, these titles are exclusive to Shenron. So you will have to summon Shenron a total of 4 times to get all of these ones specifically. So that might be what you want if you're looking down the line of grinding. That might be your best bet. But otherwise, I would just grab Fusion Zamasu right now, or I would get more Zeni. Personally, I'm just want Fusion Zamasu unlocked right now, so I'm just gonna grab him. That's what I'm gonna do. I already have Goku Black unlocked, and I have Fusion Zamasu unlocked now, so that's good for me. Less money to spend, less time wasted. But yeah, that's all of the Super Shenron missions that you can grab and what I would suggest grabbing. Obviously, really, debate on what you have and what you don't have. But I think that might be the last tip. Maybe I have another one. Alright, so here's an item tip. So as I was talking about with the items that you can grab before when I was going over the Zenis and customizations. So these items, you can utilize items in online play. So if you're having trouble online, I would suggest coming over here to looking at items online, or even in just like tournament modes, anything that has to do with not story, items will benefit you. It's very cringy that they allow PvP items to be used, but it does happen. So the items of God of Destruction Training, increase maximum health, I feel like these do add up very quickly. I think they do a lot for you. Extra health does definitely give you an edge in battle. It is something to take into consideration. Also, really take into consideration of what your character does. If you feel like you do more smash and rush chains, maybe you should be getting this greatly reducing charging time for that. There's quite a few good items in here that can easily make up for a lot of weakness in some of your units, or even just yourself. You never know where you're lacking, and some of these might actually help you. Increased damage dealt by consecutive combos. Health gradually recovers during battle after some time passes. I think this is about 20 or 30 seconds. It is quite a bit. Some fights can either be super fast or super slow. It just really depends on if you're on a team-based fight. I think if you're in a team-based fight, this could get very handy. I know that there is actually a key recovered increase on team battles right there. Health recovered on standby in team battles. Increases key recovered, slightly increases key recovered. Water's Blessing that we just grabbed from Purunga. But yeah, definitely go take a look at all the items you have available. Some of these items do not become available until you hit a specific player level, so that is something to keep in mind. I did just hit level 20 and nothing popped up. So my assumption is level 20 is pretty much the max, like nothing new really unlocks as far as items. I could be very wrong on that, don't hold me to that. But I do feel like that is probably a very solid
I've
thing
got
to
this too.
remember as far as the shop goes and your
I've
items
got
go.
this too.
Definitely use your items. Let's go to a customize and show you just the difference it makes, even just on the health. The health makes a giant difference, everyone. The health makes a giant difference. So let's just pick some random one like Krillin. So Krillin here, if we attack, look at the craziness here. So slightly increases max health, and then increases max health, and then God of Destruction training. Look at how high his HP went right there. His HP went skyrocketing. Watch when I remove all of them. Damn. That's a lot of HP. You can't say that's a lot of HP because it is. It's a crap ton of HP. So that is just something to keep in mind, is that, you know, items can definitely make a giant, humongous difference. This is also another very good item. Skill count increases by 1 at the beginning of battle. Sometimes you just need a skill counter. Skill counters are used for a lot of different things in fights. They're used for dodging and countering. That one extra skill counter might make or break a difference in a fight. Reduces skill count needed. Water Blessing. Automatically dodge Barrage Blast after dodging one with a high-speed movement or a high-speed evasion. Automatically dodge attacks when downed. Excludes Ki Blasts. Increase rush attack power, but does reduce your HP. So you can definitely use like something like that to like counter some of these negative effects in some of these items as well. Increase all abilities on specific maps. So these are some crazy ones right here. I don't think that they're going to necessarily help you too much, as online your fights could be pretty random. And as far as tournaments go, I would ban these items, just because it would be I would ban items in general in a tournament play. But you know, if you just want to play, then yeah, these could potentially help you in some other instances and scenarios. So I think I have one, maybe two more tips. Let's find out. Alright, so we're here in training mode, and here's this next tip. This tip is actually, it's not like a pro tip. I'm not a pro at this game. I'm not super good at it. But I did want to... Oh, crap. Hold on a second. Return to character selection. So I do want to emphasize this tip because it does matter. It clicked with me. It made me realize mistakes. An easy thing that I could make a mistake, and I didn't understand why it was happening. I could not bother to understand what was happening every time I did it. But you know, when you're brand new to the game, you kind of like button mash. Look at Master Roshi doing Naruto run. Naruto! Roshi! Anyways, sorry. So basically, watch this. Okay, so it does work, actually. It does work. So on some characters cannot perform the same combo more than once. Typically what happens is like you'll do this and it won't actually work again. In this case, I think it's because we're in training mode, but some combos cannot be repeated multiple times in a row. I think it's because they're not like guarding, but yeah, you have to change up your combos. Make sure that this is just a simple button mash combo. That's what that is. That's just a straight up simple button smash combo. As far as how other combos go, I would highly suggest going into super training and giving that a shot. Come in here and try and figure out what you want to do. Every character has a simple kind of button command thing where you like hit square and then you pop a triangle. So what you'll do is you just go pop, pop, and he does a little kick in the air. That actually is an overhead attack. That overhead attack does actually go above. So if they're guarding down below, you can actually catch them off guard like that. Or do sweeps. I will say, after doing a couple matches online and watching some of my buddies play, I have noticed that overhead attacks are starting to be more constantly blocked more than anything because of this flurry kick. And sweeps are often aimed for at the most. So the best thing you can do is to try and go for a side kick, I feel, when doing those combos and whatnot. The problem is some characters can actually do a little turnaround. I'm trying to see if Roshi does. I don't think Roshi does. Let me see if Goku... I think Goku might. Yeah, you see that? When they turn around like that. So if you get behind an opponent, opponents cannot guard this. This is not guardable. It also, I believe, does more damage. See that little tick right there? See that little tick from the front? Now look at it from the back. It's probably not noticeable, but you will end up doing more damage from behind, and they can't guard from behind. They can still like auto dodge, but yeah. I'm trying to think of some other tips. Ah, yes, there's one more last little crappy tip. I'm sorry, these are very crappy tips. Sparking mode is your best friend. So in sparking mode, you basically can just sit here and sit here and do this and do this and do this and do this and do this. And then because you didn't actually use your key bar when you're in that, you automatically get all of your key back. And you can just keep doing this. And you can sweep this up. You can do this. You can mix it up and whatnot. But the point is that you basically have like free reign with your key every time this happens, until you use a key blast or something that utilizes key. Notice you lost all your key there. But if you had just let the sparking mode run out, you will get your full key bar back once it's diminished. But just to show it again, just watch as the key bar goes all the way down, because what's going to happen is it's going to happen again. It's going to deflate, and then you're just going to have your full key bar back up. But you can infinitely like do this up until that goes away. You basically have infinite key gain. It does take up a little bit of key when you're doing this. You can see the bars freezing every time you're actually using it. But it is possible to just pretty much have infinite key. If you didn't know, Ultra Instinct Goku has a key dodge. It does cost key for him to dodge. When he's in sparking mode, he pretty much is just auto-dodging. He's just pretty much auto-dodging right there. Let me see if I can get the training mode set up to actually show that. Alright, so it's probably really hard to notice, and you'll probably have to like really pay attention to the key bar. But you'll notice as soon when Goku dodges, he actually loses part of his key bar. So my suggestion when you're using UI Goku, or even I think it even applies to Omen Goku, is that when you're in this state right here, you're just kind of like, you're not saying you're invincible, but he will auto dodge for free technically. You are auto dodging at this point without worrying about it. And then of course, you know, once the sparking runs out, then you automatically have all of your key back again. So that is something to keep in mind. But yeah, so just some general tips right there as far as like actually using characters here. Majority of fights and whatnot, it is basically all about pressing circle. It's guarding, it's hitting, it's guarding. It really is just, it's timing based. And I would just highly suggest going into the super training mode and really giving it your once over to decide how you're going to fight or do some of these fights. Like, I am very much not used to these to these battles yet. This is really tough. Like, I will say Sparking Zero has quite the learning curve. I have heard some people say that it's like, no, it's just like Tenkaichi. I'm like, no, it's kind of like Tenkaichi, but it's a little bit more advanced, and it really shows the difference there. So I hope all of these general tips really helped you out. Let me know in the comments if these tips did help you out with anything you were wondering about with the game. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day and a good night.